Ladies and gentlemen, and everything in between, welcome back to the show.
That's right. In between, before, after.
We don't care what you are, as long as you're tuning into the show. Always the compressor, right when we start. I know you guys can't hear it, but before we get started, I want to thank our sponsor, Hayfla. Hayfla offers a wide range of products and solutions for the woodworking and furniture-making industries, from hinges and drawer slides to connectors and dowels, sandpaper, wood glue, shop carts, and everything in between. Exclusive product lines such as Lux LED lighting and Slido door hardware ensure that every project you create is built to last. Learn more at hayfla.com.
Yeah, there are Ed's out at KBIS right now.
Yep,
in Vegas.
Yeah, it doesn't start for a week from yesterday.
Yeah.
But they're getting all set up. We had Ed and Rich over here. Was that last Friday?
I think so.
Checking out the new shop. Talking Turkey. Is that even a phrase?
Talking turkey?
Yeah.
Yeah, what talking turkey I think means like to talk honestly. I'm not sure the origin of that phrase.
Talk turkey. Discuss something frankly and straightforwardly. She promised to go talk turkey with the representatives.
When you say it like that, it's really funny.
More likely, talk turkey came from pleasant conversation at Thanksgiving dinner, or maybe negotiations between Native Americans and European colonists over the cost of poultry. I was going to say about Hayfla. You know, yesterday we're building these cabinets for Nick, and say, oh shit, we need 2 15-inch drawer slides. Shoot a text over to Rich, our salesman. I said, hey, we need 2 pairs of 15-inch slides and clips. He calls me, we talk. Next thing you know, today, boom, delivered.
On the doorstep.
Yep. So we urge you to check out Hayfla.
Definitely. Companies large and small. I mean, yeah, it can't be. Right now, we're running on Dunkin.
Yeah, we walked across the street to the old Dunkin' Donuts.
We usually scoff at the Dunkin' Donuts.
Yeah. It's like, I use this analogy for a lot of stuff. It's like beer, you know. Given the choice, I'm not going to drink, given the choice, I'm going to buy, like a craft beer or something. But like if I go to your house and you gave me like a Natty Light, I'm not going to not drink it.
Right. We needed an afternoon pick-me-up.
Yeah, I was actually yawning. So anyway, we were supposed to have a guest on today.
Yeah.
But he coldly and rudely stood us up.
We're going to have to do all the heavy lifting now.
Yep. I mean, needless to say, this guy, he's not going to be on the show ever now.
and no more scrap wood. He's cut off.
We're just here waiting and waiting and waiting. It's pretty messed up.
You think you know somebody?
Yeah. Yeah, I think he's got his own podcast too. So we'll have to see what we can do to sabotage that.
Yeah.
It's a men's health podcast.
Sock puppets.
So yeah, I mean, we have 0 plans for this episode.
Yeah, absolutely no preparedness.
No, but I mean that's fairly typical these days.
There was something we wanted to mention last week when we had our spectacular guest.
It was about getting that paperwork in the mail.
I don't know. You said you wanted to talk about something.
I think that was it. So yeah, last week. Was it last week? Yeah, it must have been like early in the week. I wanted to bring this up in the episode with Matthew Serio, but I forgot. We're here, we're working, we're plugging away. We're we're climbing the mountain, as we've come to put it. We're trying to get our heads back above water. We've been, busting our humps here in the new shop, trying to get this workout that, that we've had for a long time, this big Hamptons job. So it's, you know how it is. You get paid in the beginning and you're working, and then this shop expenses. And it's like, all right, now we got to get this job out so we can start
That's right.
making money on new jobs. So yeah, it's been whatever. It's been a rough couple weeks. And next thing you know, get a thing, ding dong, Simply Safe. Somebody's at the door. So I go out there, and it's Rob's wife, Andrea. And she got this big envelope, and she hands it to me. I see Markowitz on the thing. I'm like, oh, shit.
Did it say like Esquire?
I just saw the name in a big envelope, stereotype. But, and I look at it, law offices is so-and-so. I'm like, what the hell? Open it up, and, keep seeing this name. I won't say it because probably shouldn't, but this name, it's the name of the guy who we put the lien on. If you guys remember, that was back like September of 2021, maybe.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the hell? I'm like, why are we getting this? And it's this kitchen company is going after him for almost $250,000. So, rifling through this, I mean, an inch and a quarter thick of papers.
Yeah, like a phone book.
Yeah. I'm like, what the hell? So I'm looking at it, and, we're named as a defendant. It's this guy, this versus, 10 defendants, which is the guy, his company, his multiple other companies, blah, blah, blah. And we're in there. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, what the hell's going on here? I'm like, did something happen with something that we made? And, because it's all this legalese that you're trying to read. Let me take a sip of my piping hot Dunkin' Donuts.
Yeah, don't burn your tongue.
I put some of that cold water in there. So anyway, I'm looking at it, and I call the attorney, who it came from, and we had sort of ascertained before I called that it was because we had a lien on the property, so we were shown as like owning a piece of the building.
Yeah, technically that's the way it works.
Right, which I sent in the discharge after we got paid. So when you put a lien on someone or something, rather, you have to discharge the lien. So it's the paperwork saying we got paid, we're taking the lien off, whatever. So I sent it in right after we got paid, and we had the copy here. So I called the attorney, and she's saying that, when they did their lien search or whatever, their research for this lawsuit, that we were shown as a lien holder. So it was a big mix-up. Newark never received the discharge, I guess, or they never put it through. I don't know what happened. I still have to check the certified mail receipt that I have to see, but essentially it was just a misunderstanding, and I have verbal or in an email written whatever statement from the attorney saying that we're good to go, that the judge said so. We're just waiting on like a signed order from the judge, whatever, absolving us of any responsibility. But that, then was it yesterday?
Yeah.
And I think you must have gotten one over the weekend.
Yes.
Another big package showed up over the weekend, and then another one yesterday or Monday. Because we haven't been taken off the thing yet, we're still being served these papers saying that they ruled in favor of that kitchen company, and that the guy didn't even show up, and what a scumbag.
Well, it's with all the fees and everything, it was almost $300,000.
I'm not going anywhere for $14,000.
That's what he kept telling us. I'm not going. He didn't go anywhere. He's right. He didn't show up in court. He didn't go anywhere.
I should text him.
Yeah.
Say, how's it going to feel paying that $300,000, fucker?
I wonder, what was his name? Joe? Yeah. Yeah,
the PM.
Yeah.
Yeah, so That was exciting.
Yeah, that was that's part of being in business.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, if he owes that guy $250,000, I want to know what the original scope of work was, you know?
Yeah.
Like, how much did they have hanging out? Is it 25%? Is it 10%? 50%?
Right. I mean, you know, knowing what's his face, he could easily have bullied them into just taking a little bit, you know, up front, because that's what he wanted to do to us.
Yeah. He's like, nobody takes 85%. Even the elevator companies only take 50%. And so, well, sorry.
Right.
So we'll take 37.5% now to order the material, and then we'll take 37.5% when we start working. How about that? Which it's, you know, they're one and the same, but that's what we did. We only had 15% hanging out.
I remember when he was late with his payment, and we were supposed to do the install.
Yeah.
He said, have a check there, or we're going to turn around and go home.
Yeah. Yeah, and then, you know, when we didn't get paid, what was it? He owed us it was for rework or something, right? That's what that was.
Yeah, we had to go take the tree down.
Yeah.
Because after he made us put it up first.
Right. Then he was like, we got to take it down. Blah, blah, blah. What a pain in the ass. Yeah, we did that on Memorial Day.
Mm-hmm.
Supposed to be off. Yeah, that was for that check. But then, we still had the 15% hanging out. And I remember, like, when we had been waiting for it, and I said, listen, if we don't have a check by Monday, I'm putting a lien. And he's like, I'm disappointed in you. I'm like, what are you, my dad? I mean, the guy's he can't be any more than 5 years older than me.
Yeah. I remember he stopped taking your calls, and then I had to start calling him because he didn't know my number.
So, yeah, Rob would catch him off guard. And then it was like, then he forgot to, like, save your number.
Yeah.
Because you caught him off guard a couple times, but he wouldn't pick up my calls at all.
And this is a little bit of information, too, if anybody's in this situation. You have to act pretty quickly.
Yeah, you only have 30 days, I think.
And we didn't know that, until we got into the process.
Yeah, it's weird because now this lawsuit is happening.
Yeah.
So there must be, if you, like obviously this person had to get a lawyer and all that. So you must still be able to sue for the money. But if you want to put a lien on the building and go through arbitration, then you only have 30 days.
Right.
Or 90 days or something. And we like made it by the skin of our teeth. It must be 30 days because we wouldn't wait 90 days to get paid.
Yeah. I mean, I wonder what would happen if we still held that lien. Like what?
We would probably have to pay a percentage of these things are too sealed.
This cup?
Yeah, like I can't get
you can't get any air.
Yeah. And what's the point of this thing?
Yeah, what is this?
Flopped off. I guess if, you can reclose it, but if you just want to get rid of it, you could just do that.
We're Dunkin novices.
Yeah. At least they don't have styrofoam cups anymore.
Yeah.
First of all, styrofoam's horrible for everything. And also too soft of a material for a cup to hold a hot beverage.
Yeah.
This is much better now.
Oh, yeah. What'd you do? Poke a hole in there?
Yeah, here.
All right.
I'm carrying a different knife now. I've been carrying a Spyderco Endura for probably the last 5 years. I switched to a different knife for a little bit, but
much better flow. Sorry to interrupt.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm like I feel like I had to like suck it out of the little hole. We were here Saturday and I turned, my clip caught on something and snapped right off of the knife.
Yeah, highly unusual.
Yeah, so now I'm back to this Benchmade Griptilian, which is an awesome knife.
It looks nice.
Yeah, this is it's probably about $100 knife. But it's so much thicker than my other knife. So I got to get a new clip.
Yeah. What was the other one? A Spider?
Spyderco Endura.
Ah.
This is a Benchmade Griptilian. But this has this axis lock. Which is like when you first get a knife with this on it, you just sit around all day and just flip it open and closed. Designed by Mel Pardue. So yeah, now every time I try and stick my hand in my pocket, it doesn't fit.
Yeah. It's funny how you get used to these little things and, where you keep specific little tools and...
Yeah. That was like my big rubber band.
You avoided disaster there.
Yeah. Yeah, so I had this big rubber band, I don't even know where it came from or what it was for. But when you get like a rubber band that's like an 8-inch diameter circle, I was using it to hold my fork to my like lunch, like the Tupperware. And what was it? We did the install.
Mm-hmm.
And that night I went home. I put my Tupperware on the counter. And the next morning I wake up. I'm like, where the hell's my big rubber band? I took the fork off, put the Tupperware in the sink. I'm like, where the hell's my big rubber band? And I was going to accuse my wife of taking my big rubber band. Luckily, she was still sleeping. And then when I got to the shop, I found the Tupperware and the big rubber band sitting on the workbench because we ended up eating our lunch at like 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Mm-hmm. That's right. We got back and I had my soup.
Mm-hmm.
And, yeah, crisis avoided.
Yeah, oh, my God.
Could you imagine the fallout?
I would have had to get rid of it. Can't show back up with the big rubber band.
Yeah. Right. You would have had to play that one out all the way.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what happened to that rubber band.
This is a new rubber band.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Yeah, I got a simple life. Things like a big rubber band they're pretty high on the list.
Yeah. Yeah. It's funny. So for those that don't know, I've been on a soup diet.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I don't think we talked about that at all, or the reasoning why or anything.
I had some dental surgery and I've just started eating solid food, really. It's been like a month, right? 3 weeks. Good 3 weeks, a month.
Yeah.
Well, it's because I had having work done on both sides of my mouth at the same time. Wasn't very well planned out. So I couldn't chew. So I started having Amy soup for lunch and dinner, a can of soup. And luckily I like soup and it's wintertime. And because I couldn't really chew, I was not snacking like I usually did. Mm-hmm. And I started losing weight.
Yeah.
Because, it's what else is going to happen?
And soup is pretty low in calories typically. It's not like you're eating clam chowder.
Right. So I mean like vegetable soup too. No meat, no nothing. So my wife goes the other day, she's like, you know how they get jealous of whatever it is that you're doing.
Even if it's just by happenstance.
Right. She goes, you're looking trim. I think I'm going to go on that soup diet. It's like, first off, it's not a diet. It's just, it's imposed on me. It's just
reality.
Yeah.
It's a requirement.
So she goes out and buys like 20 cans of soup. And it has one meal with a can of soup. And that was it. So now in the cupboard, there's like 30 cans of soup.
Oh, my God. When the asteroid hits, you'll be safe.
Yeah, we got soup, got canned soup, and batteries at the house.
Oh my God.
But she's a good sport about it. I asked her, she was over here the other day. We said, Jeff, want to know how your soup diet's going?
Ugh.
Oh, man.
Yeah, my wife was saying she wants to ride the stationary bike.
Yeah.
But I haven't seen any signs of...
That's your stationary bike.
Yeah. I haven't been riding it either. I've been doing other stuff, but...
Yeah. They want in. They want in on the action. They got the fear of missing out.
Yeah. Like, well, if you woke up in the morning.
Right. That's the other thing. I mean, what time you get up? 3:30?
4 o'clock.
4 o'clock. I get up at 4:30 just to get a little bit of like.
I get up at 4. I still rush out of the door. I mean, granted, I'm coming in early just to try and get ahead a little bit, but I'm still rushing out the door.
Yeah, I kind of got my routine going in the morning now. 6:30, I hit the car, start the car, get out 5 minutes later. But, I got to make my soup to bring in the thermos. Got to wash the pot.
Yeah. Oh, microwave.
Yeah, so it takes a little while to get everything going.
Yeah.
Plus, you need that time to get your headspace right.
Yeah. You got to go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
I try and stretch a little bit, do this and that. And then, I always make Hunter's sandwich for lunch. That way I feel like I'm contributing something.
Mm-hmm.
I got to make my little vitamin drink I drink in the morning. Got to put the hot water in my coffee cup.
Yeah, the time passes like it flies by.
Yeah.
I mean, you think about it, I'm up for 2 hours by the time I leave.
Yeah.
It flies by.
Yeah. It's crazy. Yeah, the first hour, because I'll get up at 4 and then usually go to the bathroom about 5. I'm like, how's it 5?
Yeah, exactly.
I didn't even do anything. I read the news on Reddit.
Yeah.
Or did a little bit of office work.
Yeah. It's like I can't believe how fast the morning goes.
Yeah, what I do this morning. I drew a little bit for Wild Willie.
Mm-hmm.
That was it.
Yeah. And I get home in the evening, and it's the first time I see my wife and the dog. The dog misses me like crazy because
he stays in the bedroom.
Yeah, he doesn't get up usually.
Same for me. I'll say goodbye when I leave, but my wife's still sleeping. Both dogs are in there. Hunter might be awake. He was awake this morning, but he's got to stay in his room till 6:30. That's the rule.
Is he a clock watcher now?
Well, he's got a night light that it makes white noise,
and
he's got to stay in his room until it turns off. It turns off at 6:30.
That's good.
Pretty good.
You're a good dad. You're a good dad.
We're trying. It ain't easy.
No, it's definitely not. It's a lot easier to not be a good parent.
Yeah.
And I feel like I'm qualified to say it because I have that impartiality, not having kids. And so I can view from a distance, I know Christopher, I've known him since he was a kid. And so you could see, there's no accident when people grow up to be good human beings.
Yeah.
You trace it back to the job that their parents did.
Just hope he's not a closeted sociopath or something. Because it certainly happens.
It happens. You're right.
It could be the next Dahmer for all we know.
It made me think of, I heard Matthew Serio use an expression last week that I didn't know was a thing when he used the term PK.
PK.
Preacher's kid.
Oh, yeah.
Said, yeah, being a PK. Like, oh, man, that's a thing.
Yeah.
So he's another good man.
Oh, yeah.
And you could see, when we were talking about growing up and everything like that, and not that we're like super disciplinarians or anything like that, but, structure and a little discipline is good. It forms, the right,
Yeah.
Ideas and responsibilities. And you could see, I mean, what a generous guy.
Yeah. And that's putting it lightly.
Yeah.
It's like anything, everything in moderation. Like, you have to be a moderate disciplinarian.
Mm-hmm.
You can't be draconian, where your kids are scared of you and everything is negative. But at times you have to be extra firm and other times not. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That was like with the dinner thing the other night. Like, sometimes you just got to put your foot down. He didn't want to eat. And it was like, no. I said, listen, you're not going to win. I said, you know why? Because we make the rules.
That's it.
And he had to sit there until he ate everything that was on the plate.
Oh, good for you.
And he didn't want to, and he was crying and fussing. But sometimes you just have to, lay down the law.
Yeah, he's a pretty good eater too. He likes a lot of foods that kids won't eat.
Yeah. Yeah, this was like, Allie made some like really good chicken and asparagus, and she made homemade focaccia bread. Like, dude, like some kids are eating TV dinners.
Yeah.
Or worse,
Yeah, nothing.
Yeah.
I mean, we've been talking about it on Instagram, but the boxes are coming up again, and all that money's been donated to No Kid Hungry.
Yeah,
I mean, because it's a real thing.
$37,500 total so far.
Yeah. I spent a few years off and on in my adolescence going hungry, so it's something that's a little bit near and dear. There's nothing quite like being hungry and not having any food and it being out of your control.
Yeah, I can't imagine.
And the one thing that I always remember is the visuals of food are all around.
Yeah.
Like when you're hungry, all you see it's like commercials and ads about food.
It's like that Christmas cartoon from like the 30s or 40s. What's it called? Something in Dreamland. You ever seen that?
Maybe. I don't know by the description now.
Let me see. It's like these two, poor kids, and they're walking down the street collecting, I forget, they're collecting stuff off the side of the road or something, and then they're looking in the bakery window at the cupcakes, and then they go to sleep, and they have this dream about this world where everything is made out of food. There's ice cream and popcorn.
That sounds vaguely familiar.
Let me see. Christmas in Dreamland. They're in Dreamland. They're in Dreamland. To Christmas cartoon. Somewhere in Dreamland, 1936. This is probably like in the public domain. Oh, probably in the public domain now.
Yeah, in the 30s.
Let's see.
That's like 90 years. Almost.
Yeah,
85 years.
But yeah, it's like everything is, because they don't have any food, everything is, come on, turn sideways. Everything is made out of food.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, they're going down the street picking up wood. And then the baker comes out with the cupcakes, and then they're gone.
Oh. No, I never saw that. Oh. How sweet.
The blankets, look, they're just all holes.
All tattered.
But anyway, they fall asleep. And then look, it's like that weird, like...
Oh, yeah. Syrup River. Yeah.
wake up and the it's like the butcher and the baker and everybody.
Everybody brings
chipped
gifts.
in.
Yeah. Nice.
That's a good one. Those old Christmas cartoons are the best.
Yeah.
What's the other one? Professor Grampy? I think that's what it's called. It's like an orphanage, and the kids, wake up and they go and they have all the toys are all like shoddy and they all break. And they all cry themselves to sleep. And then this guy's driving down the road in some contraption. And he hears them crying. He goes to the window, and then he goes inside, and he makes all these toys out of all this shit that's around the orphanage.
Wow.
Yeah, that's another good one.
I never saw that either.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. We watched this thing about, was it Frank Baum? Was that the guy who wrote Wizard of Oz?
Yeah, L Baum, I think.
And that just happened to be on the other night, and we were watching it, and I didn't know this, but he had written all of these sequels to the Wizard of Oz.
Baum.
Wizard of Oz.
Really?
Yeah, it was like
is that like, is Wicked one of those kind of things?
Well, yeah, Wicked's like the modern take on it,
I didn't know
on
if
Broadway.
because I knew it wasn't like verbatim to the...
Yeah. But he had a whole cottage industry of Wizard of Oz stuff.
Jeez.
Yeah. But it makes me think about that because it was around the same time period when it came out on TV.
He's got another book that I listened to on audiobook. Frank, what's it called? Something Island of something like that. Let me see. He's got a book called The Life and Adventures of Santa Claus.
Huh.
Oh, yeah. The Lost Princess of Oz. He's from Chittenango, New York. Come on, show me his books. It was an interesting book. Definitely like a fantastical kind of works. Here we go. The Enchanted Island of You. 1903. Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, he came to success fairly late in life, you know. I think he was like 40 or something like that, which back then was, pretty old.
I was going to read the synopsis, but it's like 10 paragraphs. Cecily, daughter of Baron Murd of Hegg, and two companions are enjoying a picnic in the forest of Lurla when they are accosted by a fairy. The fairy, bored with centuries of insipid fairy life, amazes the girls by pleading to be changed into a mortal. Though the girls are surprised that they might have the power to do such a thing, the fairy explains how it can be done. The girls agree to transform the fairy into a human boy for the space of 1 year. The newly minted male is dubbed Prince Marvel and finished with fairy arms and armor and an enchanted horse, a deer transformed, sets out to have adventures. Since Yu is so dominated by robbers and rogues, Prince Marvel does not have to travel far to find said adventures. He starts off by confronting and besting the bandits of Wul Takim, the self-styled king of thieves. Marvel captures all 59 of the band and is ready to send them to the gallows. But Wul Takim convinces the naive ex-fairy that the robbers are now honest men, whom it would be unfair to hang. Marvel rescues a prisoner from the robbers, a young man named Nerl, who becomes Marvel's squire boy. The match is a good one. While Marvel yearns for adventure, Nerl actually longs to suffer pain and deprivation and often reproaches Marvel for saving him from harm. Yeah, I think Nerl, is that his name? Nerl? Was like a rich kid or something. Anyway, it's kind of like a weird fantasy book like that.
Yeah, apparently the Dorothy character was a bit of an outlier during that time period because she was like so independent and the heroine. So here's Land of Oz works. The Wonderful Wizard of Oz, 1900. Wow.
So yeah, super out of the norm to have like such a female-focused book, I guess. The Marvelous Land of Oz, 1904. Queer Visitors from the Marvelous Land of Oz, 1905. Comic strip depicting 27 stories. The Wogglebug Book, 1905. Ozma of Oz, 1907. Dorothy and the Wizard in Oz, 1908. The Road to Oz, 1909. The Emerald City of Oz, 1910. The Patchwork Girl of Oz, 1913. Little Wizard Stories of Oz, 1913. Collection of 6 short stories. Tick Tock of Oz, 1914. The Scarecrow of Oz, 1915. Rinky Tink in Oz, 1916. The Lost Princess of Oz, 1917. The Tin Woodman of Oz, 1918. The Magic of Oz, 1919, posthumously published. Glinda of Oz, 1920, posthumously published. 1921's The Royal Book of Oz was posthumously attributed to Baum, but was entirely the work of Ruth Plumie Thompson. That's weird.
Yeah, kids apparently loved those books.
Yeah. Allie bought an old Wizard of Oz book at what the hell's that flea market?
You in Red Bank?
No. Over on Neptune kind of area, Farmingdale.
Oh, that big one.
Yeah, how
like
come I can't think
where
of the
there's
name?
that overpass.
Yeah. What the hell is the name of that? Collingswood Auction. Yeah, I don't know if it's that one, but it's like an early edition. It's like I think it's worth a little bit of money. Nothing crazy, but if you guys are interested, you can find me on the Tools Today website now.
Yeah, that's a pretty big deal.
I told Allie, I said, I bet you didn't know that you're married to a model.
That's right. Yeah, you had to sign that release.
I had to sign a model release. I looked on the mobile website. I guess it's only on desktop for the 5mm line boring bits.
And you're looking good.
Thanks.
Yeah. See if it impacts our own social media.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, hopefully we'll be doing some more stuff with Tools Today.
Yeah, they're cool. Very easy to work with.
Yeah. Yeah, Stefan's a nice guy. So yeah, we've still been chipping away at this Hamptons job. Rob started cutting up another thing that we're working on, this foyer cabinet. It's a big, 48 inches wide, and it's like over 100 inches tall.
It's a big boy.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's the case is 96, and then we got the top, which is another 2.5 or something, and the base another 5. So it's like 104, 105 inches tall.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's big. It's real big. So it'll be walnut interior, painted exterior. It's called nicotine. It's like a golden yellow, like a goldenrod kind of color, I would say.
Yeah, it's not a very flattering name, but it's a nice color.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a plain English color. They literally say it's like a nicotine stained room.
Mm-hmm.
That's like the inspiration. Been doing a lot of painting. Painting all this stuff for Nick's closet. We did the cubbies, two sets of cubbies, and a little low 2-drawer base kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been painting all that, using Benjamin Moore Advance, which is a god-awful paint. Takes forever to dry. It's a 4 to 6 hour dry to touch, and 16-hour recoat time. So I don't know who developed the paint.
That's insane.
But I don't know what they were thinking. I really don't know what they were thinking.
That's paint on Friday and come back on Monday.
Yeah. I think it was, made that so that you could brush it onto cabinet. I think it was developed for people who reface kitchens, not reface, people who paint like existing kitchens, repaint kitchens.
Oh,
like you have a golden
out.
oak. Yeah, you have a golden oak kitchen and you want it white. Some guy in a pickup truck comes and brushes on Benjamin Moore Advance, and it has such a long, dry time that it's got time to level out and get flat,
Yeah.
But
and you painted the mantelpiece. You primed that thing.
Yeah, that was that's actually, I think that might have been 2 weeks ago. Things been sitting. Yeah, we had the mantle for the Hamptons. The wall units are pretty much done. It's just a couple little things to do on the legs, and that's it.
Yeah, well, then we'll mock them up.
We got to put it. Oh, we got to put on the hardware.
Mm-hmm.
We're still waiting on 3 more pieces of hardware, but make some door stops. Yeah, I think that's it on that. We got to build the countertop, the foyer cabinet, mantle's done. What else are we doing over there? The vanities are done, delivered.
Yeah,
just need to be installed.
We're well into it.
Yeah. So not a whole lot more to do there. Still waiting on dates for delivery install. Got to get out there, install the master vanity, install the shelves, at least the brackets so that they can wallpaper.
Mm-hmm.
And some other stuff. We got the laundry countertop to cut. It's just a bally block. Cut in the sink on that.
Yeah. Got a little door job coming up, a little repair.
Yeah, I had somebody reach out. They have 2 32-inch barn doors that they want to make into one. Now the measurement's up in the air, but one 54-inch barn door. I explained the caveats to cutting the ends of them and then rejoining them. We're gonna like domino the rails together and then put an astragal over the panel where the big seam in the panel is. I said, listen, we're gonna do a good job, glue it up nice and everything, but just be aware that things are gonna move and it may show seams.
Yeah, this isn't how it was intended to work.
Yeah. I'm wondering, is this thing going to be like real, like...
Yeah, the joint.
Like floppy? You have to use some big dominoes. Not that we really have huge dominoes, but use those 10 by 50s, I guess.
Yeah. Now, this would be a good application for that big domino machine. Run in some like super long ones.
Yeah, like some like 3-4 inch long.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe even yeah. Tell her, well, actually the price just went up by $2,000.
Yeah, got to finance the machine.
Yeah. Yeah, the domino. I don't know what it is. I think it's that old domino machine because who is it? What's the account? I forget the account, but I was talking to this guy. He's got a shop in Brooklyn, and he posted a story. He's like, "Is it just me, or can you never get like a flush joint with the domino?" I'm like, "Yeah." I'm like, "What's the deal?" Like, I never had that issue with my domino, which was a later version. I don't know if it's just the age or if it's that first version. I don't know, but like those doors, they were way off.
Yeah, it wasn't even close.
No.
And you're really good with that stuff.
I thought I was. And I was referencing the bottom of the machine,
Yeah, which is usually the fail-safe.
Yeah. At least the bottom would be flush, but neither side was flush.
Yeah.
I don't like that the screensaver comes on while I'm recording.
Yeah, it always makes you think that it's not going to be recording.
Yeah, or I think that when I hit the space bar, because this doesn't do anything. When I hit the space bar, it's going to stop recording. So yeah, I don't know what the deal is with the domino.
Yeah, we may have to put it out to past you.
Yeah.
Put it up for sale. We can get a good return on it.
Well, now if you buy the big one, they sell the adapters so you can run small dominoes with the big domino machine. So then, before it was you had to have both.
Mm-hmm.
If you wanted the big domino but still want to do small dominoes, you had to have the 500 and the 700. But now Seneca sells the adapter, so you can use any of the bits.
Cool. Yeah.
Yeah, what are they getting for that thing these days? It's got to be $1,800, $1,900.
Yeah.
DF 700, is that what's called?
I think so, yeah.
DF 700. You see Walter got that new Festival track saw.
He did?
Yeah.
I didn't notice that.
DF 700 EQ. Shopping.
He's doing all right over there at Timber.
Yeah. Oh, it's only $15.49.
That's cool.
$16.85. The dock for domino. Oh, okay. No, that's the domino dock. Let's see. This is Seneca. How much are they getting for that thing?
The adapter.
Yeah. Domino XL accessories. Probably $150, $200. If I had to guess.
Sounds about right.
RTS 500 cutter adapter for Domino DF 700, $69.95.
Wow. Much less than I thought.
Small mortise kit for Festival Domino, $149.95. I think that's like a faceplate to make it so that, because I think it's got like a big opening maybe. Seneca Woodworking small mortise kit bundles 3 of our most popular products together into one convenient kit that allows you to make mortises as small as 4 millimeters with your ... And then it gets cut off. Oh. With your Domino XL and center properly on a variety of Imperial plywood thicknesses. Kit includes our RTS 500 cutter adapter for using DF 500 cutters on your DF 700, along with one of our Dami shims and our Imperial thickness gauge that allows quick fence adjustments for centering on plywood from 1/2 inch to 1 inch. What is Dami shim? Seneca Woodworking Dami shim is a machined aluminum shim that extends the lower travel limit of the Domino XL fence so that smaller offsets can be used. This enables centering on smaller materials such as 1/2 inch or 3/4 inch plywood. That's pretty cool.
Dami fence.
Dami shim.
Dami shim.
I guess this plate thing is the Dami shim. That thing.
Is it like that? Remember that maroon piece of plastic that the Lamello had?
Yeah. It must be a similar thing. Set height stop to 8 millimeter for 1/2 inch nominal plywood or use with Seneca Woodworking thickness gauge. Yeah, it must just be a shim for the plate. But then you can't reference the bottom, I guess.
No.
I mean, really, we're not using 4 millimeter dominoes very often.
No. I don't even think we have them. I think our smallest one we have is 5.
Yeah, I don't know what I just used. I think they were 5x30. Even though it's like I could have used something a little bit bigger. It was just in the thing. Inconvenient.
Exactly. How many times do you do that?
Like, that'll work. Not ideal, but that'll work.
Yeah. Yeah.
So Friday we'll install what we made so far at Nick's. Then we're going to pick up those doors to be cut. Hopefully we can get them cut and in clamps.
Yeah, that would be ideal. Let them cook and go home for the weekend.
Yeah, make sure they're nice and flat, so they could sit and really firm up.
Yeah.
If we get some glue on the panel and get that, nicely aligned, that way at least it's glued together. I'm assuming the whole thing's probably MDF.
Yeah, it's going to be real bottom of the barrel kind of thing.
Our luck will be hollow or something.
Yeah.
Say, it just won't even take them. Say, no thanks. We'll pass.
Yeah, well,
it's one of those jobs where, I told her it'd be $800, to cut these things, put them back together. Which it's like, there's like a little bit of money in the job, but you know, not enough to really make it worth it. But
yeah, you never know. Like sometimes these things lead to something else, and sometimes it's just good karma to help somebody out.
And you know, it's not like she's like, I need a 1 day turnaround. Like, you know, we're gonna get them. It's just a little filler work. You know, it'll take 5 minutes to cut them, take 15 minutes to glue them up. Take, you know, there's little pockets of time where I'm going to work on this for 20 minutes.
While you're waiting for something to dry.
Yeah. It's just, sometimes it's just something else to do. You're sick of doing whatever the hell you're doing. So it's like, I'm going to do this for 10 minutes. It's nice to have those things, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. You know, I was thinking, the little chicken never got back to us about doing some bookshelves.
Yeah, no, I don't know. I'm sure she's busy.
Yeah.
I painted the shop door today.
Yeah, it came out nice.
In the color called Lime Candy.
Yeah, it looks a lot nicer up in the door frame and everything like that.
Yeah, it seems darker, like more of like a Kelly green than like a lime green.
And with the little sign up there too.
I had just ordered it online from Lowe's. I had to order some stuff. What did I get on that order? You know, we needed a door handle. That was the whole thing. I had to put a handle on the door. It only had one hole, so I had to put a hole for a handle, so that we could have the handle and the deadbolt. So it's like, wow, if I got to drill out the door, might as well paint it because it looked like shit anyway. So I just got 2 paint samples from Lowe's. You know, I ordered online, and when I picked the color out online, it looked like more of like an avocado green, which I thought would be similar maybe to the letters on the van, like inside the round logo. But yeah, no, it's definitely looked very lime inside, but it was under those bright lights.
Yeah.
Whereas outside, it's never going to be under light like that.
No.
Even the street lights are like, I mean, right now, these lights are set to 3,200. Street lights got to be 2,500. They're about as yellow as it gets.
Yeah.
Especially here, you know, some places you go, I guess I have new ones, but they're, you know, that yellow, super yellow halogen kind of light.
Yeah.
And we had a laser engraved logo from Maker Camp that was like, it ended up like 12 by 12 on 1/2-inch plywood. So I wrapped 3/4 inch walnut around it, finished it, screwed it to the door with some nice brass screws. So it looks good.
It does.
Spruced up a tiny little section of the shop.
Yeah, I really like it.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks good.
And we could tell everybody, just come down to the lime green door.
Right.
And we set up our delivery services with the...
Yeah, so now I could give the code to the delivery, you know, Amazon, UPS, FedEx. They could just punch in the code, put the stuff inside, close the door locks itself automatically. That way if we're not here, or you know, even when we are here, like I don't want to have to stop, go to the door. Because like the FedEx guy, he just like left the stuff at the... He just rang the doorbell and left. But we didn't have a handle. That was the issue. You know, we were working with just a deadbolt. So now we got the door handle and the deadbolt, which is good.
Yeah. When I opened the door, I wasn't really even used to the idea that I didn't have to
hold it closed. Yeah. We have an automatic lock, you know, with a keypad, so you'd have to hold the door closed with this little rinky-dink handle and hit lock and wait for it to lock. And I didn't feel... I mean, we needed to do the handle regardless, but I didn't feel that the delivery people were... I wouldn't feel confident in them doing that.
No way.
So now, as long as the door latches, it'll close. And if the door jams because it's not closed, if the deadbolt jams, I get an alert.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we got a nice little vestibule there, perfect for receiving some packages.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess if it's too big, they might not be able to close the door, but that's on them to figure out.
Yeah, right. They could, then they could just ring the doorbell.
Yeah.
They're professionals.
Yeah. Yeah, what we got to do is maybe get a new handle for that second door with a key. That way, like if we leave, I mean, I'm really not worried about somebody going into the shop and like the Amazon guy, like they're so closely monitored and like obviously there's cameras everywhere. You know, you have to be an idiot to like say, oh, nobody's here, I'm going to go inside and start poking around. Like, it's like I see you on the camera going in and then you coming out like 15 minutes later. Like, this doesn't make sense. But if we could lock that door, then they could just put the stuff in there and they wouldn't be able to get in.
Yeah, it's shaping up. We got the outlets and the ceiling buttoned up.
Yeah, we had some open boxes with some of them just wire nutted wires and some of them outlets that were broken or hanging from the, that were existing. And that was like the last thing that we had to do before the electrical inspection. So we got to schedule that. We'll talk to Nick on Friday, I guess, about when's a good time for him.
Yeah.
The electrical inspector only works certain days, so maybe I should find out beforehand.
Yeah, that's a good idea, actually. So we know we can give Nick a list of dates or something like that. Yeah, you might work like Wednesdays only or something crazy.
Right. Yeah, and then, we'll be ready for final inspection. We got, the day before or whatever, day of, we'll make sure we got to uncover that door and move the pails away from that back exit door, stupid stuff like that. And you always want to spruce up a little bit, just make it
presentable, like you get in company.
Yeah, the cleaner it is, usually the easier the inspector is on you, typically.
Yeah. Speaking about cleaning, like I'm still shocked at how much dirt, like every time I sweep, there's like 50% dirt, 50% dust.
Yeah, it's like sawdust. Silt almost.
Yeah.
Like really fine.
Just keeps
dirt.
Coming up. It's just like it's never ending.
Yeah. I don't know what the hell it is. It'd be nice to do the floors one day,
Yeah.
With the epoxy or something. Some kind of sealant.
Yeah, that would be nice. If we owned the building, it would be.
Oh yeah, that'd be a whole nother story. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I'd be interested in buying it.
You don't like the neighborhood?
No, it just seems like we saw how fast we filled this place up.
Oh yeah,
doesn't really leave much room for expansion.
Yeah, the place is full. It's full.
I mean, in 5 years, we're going to be busting at the seams again.
Yeah.
Big time. Probably even before that.
Yeah, if we're fortunate enough to get like a cut center, like where are we going to put it?
We have to move the tools closer together, I guess.
Yeah.
The van will have to go out on the street.
Oh, God.
Yeah. That or one of us will have to start driving it.
That's much easier.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can't leave it out on the street here.
We could put a carport in the back. Or a garage.
Talk to Patty.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the only other thing I could think of regarding the neighbors is one of these days we're going to have a welcoming party.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess we better get inspected before that.
Yeah. Make sure we can pass inspection.
Mm-hmm.
We'll have to invite the realtor and the people from the town hall.
Yeah. Yeah, we definitely have to do some sprucing up before that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll push that off. That'll be for 2024.
Yeah. It'll be a holiday party.
Yeah. Christmas 2024. So yeah, I don't know. I think that might be all we got for you.
Yeah, I think we did pretty good considering we were planning on having a guest today.
Yeah, thanks a lot, potential guest.
Yeah.
You really screwed us on this one.
We did it all by ourselves.
We'll remember that. No more top 3 episodes on your podcast. Well, we're just ticking over 1 hour mark.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's a healthy podcast.
We got to keep the standard.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Anyway, we'll talk to you next week.
All right, everybody, be well out there.
As always, Rob and I thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you next week. If you want to help support the podcast, you can leave us a review on Apple Podcasts. You can join our Patreon, or you can use one of our affiliate links in the podcast description for vesting finishes or Myoderm CBD pain relief cream. Again, we appreciate your support. Thanks for tuning in.